She coming back with another episode of one of my series that I came up with, which is Top Five.
I helped.
Top Five Friday. She really did, but Top Five Friday. If you seen the previous episodes, you know I got the Power Rangers, the Marvel, DC, X-Men, Spider-Man. I've done a lot of different things. I went to rappers and entertainment, and with all the past entertainment and everything, I want to keep up with the entertainment. So this time I want to switch back to the movie side. So I put a poll up earlier. We were going to either do Disney Channel original movies or our top five Pixar movies. And Pixar got the biggest vote today, so that's where we're going to start with this one. And next time, we'll probably do the top five Disney Channel original movies. But right now, we just wanted to go ahead and get started with the top five Pixar movies, since that one was one that was most requested. So, with that being said, I'm gonna let SJ go first and start out with hers. And like with every episode I got, you start out with your number five and move up to number one. So I'm gonna let her. We're gonna bounce back and forth between each other. I'm gonna let her state hers first, and then I'm gonna let her explain why she liked that one at that point, and then I'm gonna go to mine, and we're just gonna go back and forth and bounce it off like that. So hopefully you guys stay in tune and just keep up with us, and hopefully you guys drop your favorite Pixar movies in the comment. So with that being said, I'm gonna let her go first and figure it out.
Okay, so starting at my number five, I picked The Good Dinosaur. If y'all haven't seen it, it's a really good movie. Y'all know I got a kid, so I really love watching that movie. It just has like the good background story on it about the dinosaur that was scared at first, and he ended up getting lost and meeting a little caveman child or whatever, and he has to like find his way back home. And he just becomes like, end up becoming like really brave and stuff. So that's the reason why it is my favorite, my fifth favorite one, not the top, but my fifth favorite one. So yeah.
Yeah, she wrapped that up a little bit quicker than what I thought. But I haven't seen The Good Dinosaur. I haven't watched it. She's seen it plenty of times. I haven't sat down and watched it. Keep in mind, a lot of these movies y'all can probably list a lot of movies and TV shows right now. I'm going to tell you right now, I have not seen them. And I got to go back and rewatch a lot of this stuff. But The Good Dinosaur is actually one of them I did not watch. So I'm going to eventually watch it, but I just ain't watching it right now. So I'm going to start with my number five. My number five video of Pixar that I really enjoyed was Inside Out. Number five for me is Inside Out. And if you haven't seen Inside Out is dealing with a little girl that is dealing with all of her emotions. And she has five different emotions that's playing off in her. She got angry, sad, happy, disgusted, and what was the other one? It was, anyway, it was her dealing with all of her emotions, and happiness, thinking that she needs to be happy at all times, all the time. And with sadness stepping in and doing what she does, she really realizes that, it's okay to be sad. It's okay to have different emotions, because those emotions actually create a better person. So, with that being said, Inside Out, it was a really good movie front to back. The storyline was really good. Even when she had to forget her old best friend, when he started disappearing in the vanishing thoughts, it touches you sometimes because you forget some of the stuff that's really locked back there. So that was a really good movie. I love the way it stated out. So my number five favorite is Inside Out.
Okay. Bouncing off of him, my number four is Inside Out. Like he already explained about the, dealing with the emotions. And I really like the movie because it teaches even kids that it's okay to not, be happy all the time. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to get disgusted, angry, jealous, all of those, emotions or whatever. So it's like completely okay to go through that and don't fight it, just go with it. So that is my number four top movie.
Yeah, she couldn't really explain too much on that one, only because I just explained a lot of it. So it made it easier for her just to, bypass it and everything like that.
Short, simple, to the point person.
Yeah, she, explanations ain't really her thing.
It's not.
Yeah.
Plus, I want to tell y'all the whole movie. I want you to just give you an overview of it so you can go watch it yourself. I don't want to tell you all the details in it.
But she is definitely the one that will ask for all details of a show or a movie.
Because I'm going to ask for the details, but I'm still going to go watch the movie. Everybody not like it.
So she kind of, that point.
It be like that.
Point proven. But, okay, let me move on to my number 4. My number 4 is Toy Story. The original Toy Story.
The first one.
Now, the first one.
That's because you act like
Now, a lot of y'all probably is going to be like, why Toy Story ain't higher on your list? Now, everybody grew up with me, 25 and older, for the most part. We understand how, pivotal Toy Story was. The first one, Pixar jumped straight out the gate with Toy Story. Don't know if it's going to sell or not. And that movie was great. We start out with Woody. I mean, you got Tom Hanks as Woody. That's already a plus. But then you got to figure all that out. Him and the villain, Sid. Sid was petty. Sid was a a-hole. He was.
Crazy.
He was. But it was funny. It was funny. And I really loved him in that. I really love how Sid was just an evil kid. That didn't amount to nothing, but he was just an evil kid. And the fact that Buzz didn't know he was a toy, him shooting lasers, really think lasers are coming out of his arm, and he not figuring out that he's not a toy till later, that really hurt him. Oh man, the original Toy Story is one of my favorite Pixar movies, and one of my favorite movies in general. So my number 4, gotta go with Toy Story.
Okay, so my number 3 would have to be Coco. Coco was a very good movie. Background story on that is like the little boy, he really wants to do music, but his family is like, no, like ain't no music allowed in my house. You can't hum, you can't tap drums, nothing, like no music at all. Can't listen to music, play music, none of that. But like he wants to be a singer, and so he ended up stealing like his stealing the guitar, and it ended up taking him to like the land of the dead and stuff like that. And then he ends up running into his who he thinks is his great grandfather, which is like a really popular singer, and trying to impress him so he can get back to the land of the living with his family. But it just, it really goes into being grateful, like who your family really is, and like, just really a lot of family dynamics in that one. So I really like that one. Then it got a little teary-eyed at the end. I ain't gonna tell you what happened at the end, but y'all should go watch Coco if you have not seen it. It is a very good movie.
Yeah, so with that being said, moving into my number 3, she kind of said everything. I went with Coco as well.
Oh, it's Coco?
Yeah, I went with Coco as well as my number 3. For everything she explained and everything, the little boy just wanted to sing. He just wanted to sing, and grandma and them make him make shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody wants to just make shoes.
I like shoes though.
Yeah, so that being said, yeah, Coco is just one of the best movies, and I'm not a big musical person, but that movie was really good, and it, like I said, it touched you. It's teary-eyed. It touches you sometimes. So my number 3 is Coco as well.
Okay. Number 2 for me would have to be Toy Story 2, the second one. Oh, and that makes sense. It's like my number 2, Toy Story 2. Get it? Hot 2 and 2. Okay. It was funny. No? Okay. It was funny to me. Anyways, the reason why I like that one is because, like, we 90s kids, true 90s kids, not them 98, 97 babies. See, I'm not true 90s kids. I'm just saying. But the ones who really grew up on, Toy Story. That second one, like when Jesse, he meet Jesse and, all of them, Prospector and all of them or whatever. It was just really good. And then they had my little tear-jerking moment in there when Jesse was reminiscing about her little kid. They ended up throwing her away and stuff like that. And, finally, Woody finding out that he actually got a little gang that's just like him or whatever, a little roundup gang. So that's why it's my second favorite one.
For the most part, hey Christy. For the most part, you can't.
Hey,
For the most part, you can't get mad at any Toy Story movie. All 4 of them were good movies. So you really can't you can't fault anybody that put any Toy Story movie in their top 5 Pixar movies ever, because Toy Story was the one that started out the Pixar movies. So stuff like that. So you can't get mad at anybody that put Toy Story in their list. Hopefully, if you do get mad, fight me in the comments. For the most part, let me move on to my number 2. I'm staying within Toy Story. I already said Toy Story 1 was my number 4, but moving to number 2, my second favorite is Toy Story 3. Toy Story 3. I enjoy Toy Story 3 because the villain Lotso was a maniac. He was bipolar. He was definitely a girl. He was bipolar.
You just mad because he smell like strawberries.
But he was bipolar. That man was so happy, so inviting to the new toys that came in. Hey, how y'all doing? Yeah, this is how we do that. This how we do this. Soon as everybody go down. Now, what's this? Y'all talking? Nah, I run this. You bring the toy. You bring everything to me. Having that dynamic of them and Andy growing up and he's finna go to college, so he's having to fight with giving up his toys and actually taking his toys with him. He kind of forgot about Jesse and Buzz and them, but Woody, that's his original, that's his boy. He kept that one. But the dynamic of them trying to get out of the daycare, fighting against Lotso, because Lotso had a whole crew. He had a whole crew. The baby with the one eye. He had the Ken was in there. He had the phone jump the little toy car phone. Had him get jumped. Then you separate Miss Potato Head and all that. Yeah, he was trifling. But for real though, that scene when they almost burnt up at the end.
Baby, I shed a tear.
When you talking about as real people that love Toy Story, you talking about finna shed a tear, we finna shed a tear in that. They holding hands, they know it's over, and they just finna be like, you know what, we're gonna die together. They some real homies. We're gonna die together. Lotso over there was like, ha, see ya. And he was out the door. That's why he got ran up over by the garbage truck and everything like that, which was Sid. If you didn't know, Sid from the first Toy Story was the garbage truck driver in Toy Story 3. But that done, and I just love how they went back and forth and how Andy didn't want to leave the crew. Andy didn't want to leave the crew, but Woody didn't want to leave the crew either. He was like, man, bro, I got to be with you guys because that's just how it is. So I really enjoyed Toy Story 3, the dynamic of it. And Toy Story 3 was really, we really loved Toy Story 3 because we really loved how Toy Story 1 and 2 was. So they built that relationship together. So my number 2, it got to be Toy Story 3. And that's one of my favorite Toy Story movies. Now we're going to go back and we're going to go with our number 1.
But quick thing on Toy Story 3. Some of y'all might not even know the movie, but the movie My Neighbor Totoro, he was in Toy Story 3. He was like the little, what was the little girl's name that he gave the... I don't remember that. Whatever the little girl name that she got, that Woody went to her house with the little dinosaur playing Tea Party and stuff. That bear, the little gray looking bear with the white stomach, that was My Neighbor Totoro. It's like a little anime movie. It's really good. It's my favorite. But yeah, like he said, on to our number 1. And people probably not gonna agree with me for my number 1, but my top 1 is
top 1.
Shut up. Is Ratatouille. I don't know why, but I love Ratatouille. It's just the whole
Ratatouille.
Yes, Ratatouille.
Okay.
Yeah. The whole, was I saying that wrong?
I don't know.
Ratatouille.
Yeah, we're going.
Yeah, Ratatouille. I just love the whole storyline about the little rat was playing with the guy's hair, showing him how to cook and stuff like that, and just the storyline of anyone can cook, and he proved it. And at the end, when all the employees had walked out, and he had to impress the little food critic, and so he had to all the whole his rat family came and helped. That's really disgusting if you think about rats cooking food. That's what they be doing at Chinese food places, but we ain't gonna talk about that. But yeah, So them coming back helping.
She eat it.
No, I eat Japanese.
And she had like they don't use it.
Chicken.
She had like that stuff don't be real.
Anyways.
Right, she had like that.
They all come back at the end, and then he ended up making a good impression on the health inspector and stuff like that. So I just really like that. It talks about the family aspect of it, and you working hard after your dreams and stuff like that, and you'll never know where you will end up later in life. That's the reason why it is my top favorite Pixar movie.
Dude looked up and got that job. Yeah, what it is. That boy.
You sound like a hater.
That boy looked up, did all that, but I'm let that be.
He a hater.
Cause Ratatouille was a cool movie to me. Ratatouille was a good movie. It was cool. It was cool to me. But yeah, so I'm gonna move on to my number one, the last one of the list, and my number one actually is definitely not gonna be on the top of a lot of people's list. Incredibles 2. Incredibles 2 is my favorite because I like the first Incredibles. Don't get me wrong. I love the first one with them. The villain, he was stupid, and then he was really stupid. He was stupid, but he was a really good villain because the way he planned out the whole situation, it was great. And then you had the dynamic of Mr. Incredible having to supply and be the man of the house and do everything they had to do, and Miss Fantastic, and I said Miss Fantastic, Elastigirl. I said Miss Fantastic. I'm thinking of Fantastic Four. My bad. Elastigirl having to run the family and everything, and them also suppressing their powers a little bit. They was, Dash. She doing what he got. Dash is a kid. He gonna do what he gonna do. Jack, come on now, Jack. So the first one is like them saving everything is cool, but in the second one, I love what they picked up. They picked up right when they left off, and then now the roles are reversed, and Elastigirl's out in the field, and Mr. Incredible has to stay home and raise the kids, and he realized how hard it is to raise the kids, and Elastigirl is out there just doing what she had to do because they got the this rich billionaire that wants superheroes to come back. And if you see the movie, if you have seen the movie, I'm pretty sure most of us have seen the movie. But if you've seen the movie, and him and how hateful his sister was to everybody, but she didn't show it at first. It was a great dynamic of that. And Frozone, who does love Samuel L. Jackson? I mean, in a movie.
Where's my super suit?
Where is my super suit? I mean, come on now, that's legendary. So having that movie, I really loved how they came together, how they figured everything out, fighting other villains. Of course, mind control is mind control. Every villain does it, but I really love that dynamic. But for real though, it's two scenes in that movie that everybody remembers and that we really love. First one, when Mr. Incredible drops Jack off with Edna, and she has to babysit him, and then when they come in the next day after he done slept for like forever, and she showed him everything Jack can do with the monster, the cookie, the edible,
the multiplying
edible poop, laser eyes, all that, everything that he was doing. And Edna had a real bang and a bob cut. She was lit. Edna with
I got one of those.
She got like that, no. But she was lit with that and stuff like that. And Edna was hilarious in that movie. But for real though, we all know what was the best part of Incredibles 2. When you see Jack out there fighting that raccoon, man, Jack fighting that raccoon gotta be the funniest part of that movie. Cause that raccoon didn't want nothing but some food.
Jack had them hands though.
Jack had them hands for that raccoon. That was crazy. And the raccoon wasn't going. He was fighting them back. But then when he started multiplying and he turned into a flame head, and then he could teleport, become invisible, he could do all this. I was like, man, Jack fighting that raccoon was one of the funniest things ever. Funniest scene I seen in a Pixar movie. That's why I really love that movie. So my number one is Incredibles 2. So to recap, the top five, my five was Inside Out, Toy Story, Coco, Toy Story 3, and Incredibles 2. And yours was
Your list, alright. It's a
uh,
little alright.
hers.
Lying.
Yeah, whatever.
My top 5 was Good Dinosaur, Inside Out, Coco, Toy Story 2, and then Ratatouille.
I'm telling you this now. My 2 Toy Stories knock out Good Dinosaur. Toy Story knock out Good Dinosaur automatically. And 2,
You sleeping on the couch
and
tonight.
one
You sleeping on the
you want
couch.
to keep it 100. Incredibles 2 definitely knocking Ratatouille out of this park.
It's not.
Yeah, it is.
Trash.
You
No.
know, Incredibles 2 definitely knocking Ratatouille. We got Coco and Inside Out, so they cancel each other out. So the other 3, so I got Toy Story, the first one, and what was your other one?
The Toy Story 2. Ratatouille and the Good Dinosaur.
Okay, the Toy Stories cancel each other out too. So it's Ratatouille, Incredibles, and the Good Dinosaur, and and one of my Toy Stories. Mm-hmm. One of my Toy Story knocking out Good Dinosaur regardless. Toy Story is knocking out Good Dinosaur regardless. And Ratatouille. Now for honorable mentions, I had Ratatouille as an honorable mention. Up is as an honorable mention. Monsters Inc., Monsters University, they cool to me. They was alright movies growing up, but I ain't seen them in so long. That dynamic was cool. But I'm telling you this now. Fight me in the comments for what I'm about to say. I don't care. Finding Nemo, overrated. Finding Dory, definitely overrated. Finding Dory, track. All that, overrated. Cars, the first one, I give the pass for. Cars 2 and 3, trash.
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 He just like
trash.
Disrespected Finding Nemo though.
Overrated. Finding Nemo, overrated. Finding Dory, didn't need it. Didn't need it. If you like them, that's cool. But if you come for me in the comments, because I'm fighting y'all back. I don't care. I don't care. Trash. But once again, y'all, this your boy Neva She coming back with another Top 5 Friday. The first time I went live. I might do this again, might not, don't know. We'll see how it goes and everything like that. I want to thank SJ for coming on and just tag teaming this with me. You know, putting out our top 5s eventually, both of us. So it was really fun trying to do this. Thank you for everybody that joined the live. We really do appreciate it. Anything you want to say to the people?
Yes, this is your girl, Need for SJ. Oh, see what I did there? No, Need for SJ.
No.
It's Need for
No.
I think I'm funny. I'm freaking hilarious. Anyways, thank y'all for watching. In the comments, comment of give us other ideas of videos y'all would like to see, or either top 5s that y'all would like to do. We might go live. I'm trying to suck into going live about, you know, just y'all coming in, asking us questions, and we answering them. But y'all got to come up with the questions and stuff like that. You know, we probably gonna answer a lot of the questions or whatever y'all decide to do. So just inbox us and some messages and stuff like that, and just let us know what we doing. Thank you.
All right, y'all. It's your boy Neva Sheed.
Need for SJ.
Yeah, with another top 5 Friday. Y'all, please go subscribe to my YouTube channel, Need for Sheed. Please go subscribe. I got all new content on there. I got podcasts. I got episodes, Words of Wisdom Wednesday. Everything you can catch and see is on my YouTube page. Please go subscribe and Need for Sheed. I got a new series coming out called Let's Debate, where we take 2 different items and we debate them against each other. So that's going to be coming out real soon. I've got a couple of game nights that have came out. I mean, not come out yet, but I'm editing and it's going to come out soon. So I got a lot of content coming out. I really want you guys to just subscribe and take this journey with me. Go check on all streaming services for my podcast, I'm Just Reminiscing. Top 5 Friday, Words of Wisdom Wednesday. Then I got my new show, You Want to Debate. It's coming out soon. And also Virtual Game Night. A lot of that's coming out soon. So if you want to join any of that with me or just come in and comment, just comment below, inbox me and let me know if you want to join any of those series, be on an episode, anything like that. Just inbox me and we can work something out. Once again, it's your boy Need for Sheed. This is SJ again. And thank you guys.
Need for SJ.
Yeah, whatever. Thank you guys for tuning in. And hopefully we'll see you guys again soon. You feel me?